5 snacks you should never eat past 60. Do you remember those snacks you've loved for decades? The comforting crunch of a cracker, the savory bite of a sausage roll, or that sweet treat you've enjoyed since childhood? So many of us still reach for these same foods every day. We think they're harmless little pleasures, a small reward we've earned after a lifetime of hard work. They connect us to our past, to family gatherings, and to quiet moments of comfort. But what if I told you that after age 60, 5 of these beloved snacks are no longer your friends? What if they've turned into silent enemies in your own kitchen? It's true. They could be quietly paving the way for chronic inflammation, dangerous spikes in blood sugar, and even serious heart issues that you won't feel until it's too late. The reality is, our bodies change dramatically after 60. Our metabolism slows down, our immune system isn't the fortress it once was, and our digestive tract becomes more sensitive. The very foods that were once harmless are now processed differently, and the consequences can be severe. This isn't about being dramatic. It's about being aware. It's about understanding that what fueled you at 30 could be what fails you at 70. Today, we're going to uncover these hidden dangers. We'll look at 5 common snacks you should probably avoid after 60. But this isn't about fear or deprivation. For every single snack we discuss, I'll give you simple, delicious, and joyful swaps to protect your health, boost your energy, and empower you to live your golden years with vitality. It's time to make your diet work for you, not against you. Let's start with number 1. The first snack we need to talk about is a staple many of us grew up with at picnics, parties, and quick lunches: processed meat. I'm talking about deli meats, hot dogs, bacon, salami, and sausages. They're convenient, they're flavorful, and for many, they're a comforting taste of home. But after 60, these seemingly innocent snacks become a serious threat, mainly because of 2 culprits: sodium and nitrate. Let's talk about sodium first. As we get older, our bodies become much more sensitive to salt, and our kidneys are less efficient at filtering out the excess. When you eat a high sodium snack, like a couple of slices of deli ham, your body holds on to extra water to dilute the salt in your bloodstream. Think of your blood vessels as garden hoses. All that extra fluid increases the volume and pressure inside those hoses, forcing your heart to work much, much harder. This is high blood pressure, or hypertension, and this isn't a small issue. Chronic hypertension silently damages your arteries over time, making them stiff and narrow, which dramatically increases your risk for heart disease, stroke, and even kidney failure. Many people have no idea their blood pressure is dangerously high because there are often no symptoms. That's why it's called the silent killer. Relying on processed meats for a quick snack is like gambling with your cardiovascular health every single day. But it's not just the salt. The other hidden danger is the preservative, specifically nitrates and nitrite. While nitrates are found in healthy vegetables, the way they behave in processed meat is very different. In your stomach, nitrates from processed meats can form compounds called nitrosamines. The science is increasingly clear. Many nitrosamines are carcinogen, meaning they can increase your risk of developing cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. Imagine a gentleman we'll call George, age 68. For years, his go-to afternoon snack was a few crackers with salami. He wasn't overweight and felt fine, but at his annual checkup, his doctor noted his blood pressure was creeping up. A few years later, it was officially high. George was shocked. He didn't add salt to his food and thought he was eating well. He had no idea his harmless daily snack was contributing to a silent progressive disease. So, what's the solution? The alternatives are delicious and far better for you. Instead of reaching for processed meat, try keeping pre-cooked, unseasoned chicken breast strips in your fridge. Another fantastic option is hard-boiled egg, a nutritional powerhouse, easy to prep for the week. If you crave that savory flavor, try hummus with crunchy vegetable sticks like carrots or bell peppers. A handful of unsalted almonds or walnuts is another excellent choice, providing healthy fats and protein without the sodium overload. Even canned salmon or tuna on whole grain crackers is a great option, delivering a dose of heart-healthy omega-3. The point is to shift from processed convenience to whole food convenience. With these swaps, you ditch the risky sodium and nitrates and gain snacks that actively fuel your body and protect your heart. Next up is a category of snacks that are masters of disguise: sugary breakfast cereals and so-called healthy granola bars. Many of us grab these for a quick bite, thinking we're making a responsible choice. The packaging screams whole grain or high fiber, but behind these claims is often a shocking amount of refined sugar and processed carbs that can be devastating for anyone over 60. Here's what happens when you eat a snack like a bowl of frosted cereal or a chewy granola bar. Your body digests it incredibly fast. This sends a rapid surge of sugar into your bloodstream. Your pancreas then goes into overdrive, releasing a ton of insulin to manage this sugar flood, which leads to the infamous sugar crash, that feeling of fatigue, irritability, and brain fog an hour later. For someone over 60, this cycle is especially dangerous. Over time, it can lead to insulin resistance, the precursor precursor to type 2 diabetes. A high sugar diet also fuels chronic inflammation, which can worsen arthritis, and it's linked to weight gain, particularly around the middle, putting more strain on your heart and joint. Frighteningly, recent research has even linked high sugar intake to cognitive decline. A diet filled with these sugary, processed foods can impair memory and increase the risk for conditions like dementia. So that harmless, sweet snack isn't just affecting your waistline. It could be silently harming your brain. Many granola bars are the worst offenders. They might have a few oats, but they're often held together by a glue of high fructose corn syrup and other sugars. Some popular bars have as much added sugar as a candy bar. They are empty calories. They contribute to weight gain without providing the nutrients your body desperately needs. So, what can you eat for a convenient energy boost without the sugar spike? Choose snacks rich in fiber, protein, and healthy fat. These slow down digestion, providing a steady release of energy. A fantastic alternative is a bowl of plain oatmeal topped with fresh berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Plain Greek yogurt is another great choice. It's high in protein and calcium, crucial for bone health. Add your own fresh fruit or a handful of nuts. If you need something on the go, an apple with a tablespoon of natural peanut or almond butter is nearly perfect. The apple provides fiber, while the nut butter offers protein and healthy fats to keep you full for hours. Making these changes isn't just about avoiding sugar. It's about actively nourishing your body for stable energy, a healthy weight, and a sharp mind. Which of these healthy snacks have you been eating? Let us know in the comments. It's a common trap we all fall into. Our third category isn't about sugar or salt, but about a more immediate danger: food safety. Specifically, we're talking about raw or undercooked food like raw sprouts, some sushi, and pre-made deli salad, potato, egg, or tuna. While they might seem fresh and healthy, they pose a serious risk of foodborne illness for older adults. Here's why this is so critical after 60. Our immune systems naturally weaken as we age, a process called immunosenescence. This means our body's ability to fight off harmful bacteria is significantly reduced. On top of that, the stomach often produces less acid, which is a key defense against bacteria. According to the CDC, nearly half of all people over 65 who get a lab-confirmed foodborne illness from bacteria like Salmonella, Listeria, or E. coli are hospitalized. That's a staggering statistic. An illness that gives a younger person a few days of discomfort can lead to severe dehydration, kidney failure, or even life-threatening sepsis in an older adult. Let's look at the culprit. Raw sprouts, like alfalfa or bean sprouts, are a major concern. The warm, humid conditions needed to grow them are also a perfect breeding ground for bacteria, like Salmonella and E. coli. The bacteria can get into the seed, making them impossible to wash off completely. Sushi and other raw fish can also harbor bacteria and parasites that are only killed by cooking. Perhaps the most surprising danger comes from pre-made deli salad. Items like potato salad, tuna salad, and coleslaw can be a hotbed for Listeria. Listeria is particularly nasty because it can grow even at refrigerator temperatures. For an older person, a Listeria infection can be incredibly serious, sometimes leading to meningitis weeks after eating the contaminated food. Imagine a woman named Mary, 72. At a family picnic, she has a scoop of potato salad that's been sitting out. A few days later, she gets flu-like symptoms. She dismisses it as a bug, but her body can't fight off the Listeria infection, which eventually spreads and requires hospitalization. It's a terrifying scenario from something so seemingly innocent. So, how do we protect ourselves? It's all about control and proper preparation. The safest way to eat sprouts is to cook them thoroughly. If you love sushi, consider options with cooked ingredients, like a California roll or an eel avocado roll. For things like potato salad or egg salad, make them yourself at home. That way, you control the freshness and can make sure it's promptly refrigerated. And always practice the 4 basic steps of food safety: clean, separate, cook, and chill. Wash your hands and surfaces. Keep raw meats separate from other food. Cook to the proper temperature and chill leftovers promptly. By taking these precautions, you're not being paranoid. You're being proactive and taking control of your health. Our 4th snack to avoid is another pantry staple: packaged potato crisps and salty crackers. That satisfying crunch is hard to resist, but after 60, these snacks are quietly contributing to serious health issues. The main villains here are excessive sodium and unhealthy fat. We've already touched on how high sodium leads to high blood pressure, but it's worth repeating because these snacks are a huge source of hidden salt. A single serving can pack a significant portion of your daily sodium limit. And let's be honest, who stops at 1 serving? This high salt intake is directly linked to an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Some studies even suggest it can cause the body to excrete more calcium, potentially weakening bone and increasing the risk of osteoporosis. But the salt is only half the story. story. The other issue is the unhealthy fats these snacks are cooked in, like corn or soybean oil, which are high in omega-6 fatty acid. Modern processed diets provide a massive excess of omega-6s, which promotes chronic inflammation throughout the body. For someone over 60 who may already have arthritis, these snacks can literally add fuel to the fire. Even worse, frying these snacks at high temperatures can create trans fat, the worst type of fat for your health. Trans fats raise your bad LDL cholesterol while lowering your good HDL cholesterol. Think of it as a sticky sludge that clogs your arteries, a condition called atherosclerosis, which is a direct pathway to a heart attack or stroke. These snacks are a classic example of empty calories, high in calories, unhealthy fats, and sodium, but with almost no fiber, vitamins, or minerals. So what can you reach for when you crave that savory crunch? Try air-popped popcorn. It's a whole grain and a great source of fiber. Instead of butter and salt, try tossing it with a little olive oil and nutritional yeast for a cheesy flavor. Another great option is to make your own vegetable crisps from thinly sliced sweet potatoes, kale, or zucchini baked until crispy. For a cracker substitute, look for brands made from 100% whole grains, seeds, or nuts with low sodium and no added sugar. A simple handful of roasted almonds or walnuts also provides that crunch, along with protein, fiber, and healthy fat. By swapping out processed crisps and crackers, you're making a powerful choice for your long-term health. The fifth and final snack to steer clear of after 60 is perhaps the most tempting: donuts, packaged pastries, and other commercial sweets. These treats are a perfect storm of the two most damaging ingredients for an aging body: refined sugar and unhealthy fried fat. They're a double-edged sword, attacking your health from multiple angles. When you eat a donut, you're getting a massive dose of simple sugar and refined flour, causing a dramatic blood sugar spike. This constant roller coaster paves the way for type 2 diabetes and creates chronic inflammation. But it's the combination with unhealthy fats that makes these snacks so destructive. Most donuts are deep fried in hydrogenated oils loaded with trans fat, which are directly linked to an increased risk of heart disease. The combination of sugar and bad fats works together to do serious damage. The sugar promotes inflammation, while the trans fats clog your arteries. This inflammatory environment doesn't just harm your heart, it can affect your entire body, including your brain. Studies now show that diets high in these foods are associated with poorer memory and an increased risk of cognitive decline. Let's think about a lovely woman named Carol, 75, who had a lifelong habit of enjoying a pastry with her morning coffee. Over the years, she found her joints becoming more painful and her short-term memory slipping. Her doctor eventually diagnosed her with high cholesterol and prediabetes. She had no idea that her daily small treat was a major contributor to the inflammation and metabolic issues silently damaging her body and brain. So, how can you satisfy a sweet tooth without falling into this trap? The key is to redefine what a treat is. A small piece of dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa, is an excellent choice, packed with antioxidants that can help heart health. A bowl of fresh mixed berries is naturally sweet, high in fiber, and fights inflammation. A baked apple sprinkled with cinnamon can feel incredibly decadent. You can even make healthier baked goods at home using ingredients like almond flour, oats, or mashed bananas. Choosing these alternatives isn't about deprivation. It's about discovering that a sweet treat can also be a nourishing one. It's about finding joy in flavors that love your body back. Today, we've uncovered 5 common snacks that can silently sabotage your health. After 6 processed meats, sugary cereals and bars, raw and undercooked foods, crisps and crackers, and packaged pastries. But the most important message today is one of empowerment. For every single risky snack we discuss, there's a delicious, simple, and life-giving alternative waiting for you. This journey is about adding vibrant, nourishing food that fuel your body and protect your health. It's about making smart swaps that allow you to take control of your aging process. You have the power to build a diet that reduces inflammation, stabilizes your blood sugar, protects your heart, and keeps your mind sharp. Making these small changes, one snack at a time, can have a profound impact on your quality of life, giving you more energy, less pain, and more healthy years to spend with the people you love. If you found this helpful and want to join a community dedicated to vibrant aging, please consider subscribing to our channel. We release new videos every week with doctor-approved advice and nutrition tips. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And before you go, please let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from today? We love hearing from our community all over the globe. Thank you for joining me. Stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.